Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. Wait a minute, where can I turn it? Why is the thumbs up? The thumbs up is stuck. There we go.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
All right, welcome, Ollie. RR, thank you for your donation. Andrew, welcome to the stream. We're kind of just chilling out over here. It's Wednesday. RR, thank you for your other donation. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and it's time to, it's hump day. Half the week is over. So in case you had a bad week, well, good news, it's half over. The new Aries guy, current feelings for me. Let's find out what's going on. For Philippe, what's going on? Good to see you. RR wants to append the new Aries guy to the end of the second question. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm a tech guy. We can figure that out. We can get that done. No problemo at all. I'm just saying. All right. New Aries guy. Current feelings for me. Is this going to be something that, all right. The Northern Animal Tarot. It appears to be much more vibrant in the second edition than it is in the first edition. I kind of feel bad backing the first edition now. I kind of feel bad back in the first edition now if they made it look that much better than what it was when I purchased it for not cheap. Anyway, so yeah, it looks much more vibrant now, unless they color corrected the images or something, or boosted the saturation. I don't know what happened, but it does not look like that in person. Anyway, all right, new Aries guy. Current feelings for me. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. I think they're ready for something a little bit more. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The Aries is ready for something a little bit more. Almost like let's move this forward. Let's get this going. Let's get this on the prowl, as it were. It feels like they're ready to get some things going. Now, Two of Pentacles. I do think that they're going to push you into making a decision on something. Again, it feels like they're really sort of incentivized or excited about moving things forward. There's Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. We need to sort of work things out. We need to have some action. We need to have some fun things happening in there. I think that they, overall, I think that they really like what they see, right? The Three of Pentacles is always a good card. We have a lot of stability within the relationship. First off, with the Pentacles, with all of these things happening at the same time. Judgment card being reversed as well does seem like this is something that could work very well as far as stability is concerned, right? New rebirth, reincarnation, not exactly required. It feels like this is sort of a rehash of some things we've had before. Woo-woo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, the Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles being together does say that they want more out of it. They want to move it forward. They want more out of it. I think that they're kind of excited. I think that that's going to be something they definitely want to chase, want to be a part of. And it looks like overall, you know what I mean? Overall, it looks decent is what I'm saying. It looks half decent, halfway, and everything else. All right, now, what's the next 2 months look like with this guy? We do have a lot of possibilities here. We do want to move this forward. We do want to see what's going on. We have some excitement about it. But now we kind of got to figure out what's the future. How is this going to work? Is this going to be something that works out? Is this going to be, you know what I mean? Is this going to be something that it functions after 2 months, after 6 months, after a year and whatnot? We don't read all upside down. So we got the Magician, Three of Wands, and the Star. You do have the second, third, three card, another three card in here, which I kind of like. I like three cards being in something where we do have a future reading, or how's this relationship going to work? What is going to become of it? Where are we going to go with it? Where are we going to be chasing it? I think overall there's a lot in common, or there's a lot of connection here that's going to be important overall. Connection, I think, is the important part here. Can we keep getting the connection there? Can we survive the connection? Can we see sort of what is going on, how it is working and whatnot? I think that's going to be part of the deal, right? Magician says, I think both of y'all are very equipped to make this function quite nicely. It looks decent indeed. I love the magician in here because this is we have a lot of control, a lot of power, and a lot of sort of sort of control about where we want to go, what we want to do, etc., etc. But the magician says that we're equipped to do that. Now, the star does say that we're connected. I think the next 3 months we're just bringing close together. We're getting more familiar with each other. We're getting a lot of connection, a lot of good things happening with that, especially with the Three of Wands. It says together we're able to sort of see what is in the future. I think the future is kind of what we're focused on. I think we are focused on 6 months down the line, maybe a year down the line. The Three of Wands says we're sort of looking in that direction, looking to see how it goes. Because again, this is something that can go forward, can move forward, and has a lot of good possibilities with it. So overall, I like it. I think the next 2 months has some good stuff within it, especially with the star. It feels that connection is tight. The connection seems to be well done. And the previous reading, we had a lot of pentacles, a lot of stability that's sort of inherent in the connection as well. So that's what I'm kind of looking forward to there. I think it's looking good. All right, get the waterfall tarot. There you go. The darker cards have been enhanced and brightened up. Now, this is tricky. This is tricky. It is indeed. Let's pull out the Northern Animal Tarot right now. Let's go ahead and pull out the Northern Animal Tarot. So, I see the Northern Animal Tarot on Kickstarter and I decide to back it, right? I decide to back it. I like the Northern Animal Tarot. Even Christina liked the Northern Animal Tarot. And now a year later, we have another Northern Animal Tarot that's much better. So let's see how much this is. Let's see how much this is. All right, Northern Animal Tarot, okay, version 2. All right, so now we have version 2, and it looks better. It does look a little better. So it looks like a little more vibrancy in the cards. So now the question is, do I end up spending, this has only been a year. This has only been like a year. How much is it? It's like $67 for this thing. I don't want to buy it again for $67. I guess this comes down to, I wish they would have made it better before they gave me the first version, right? Before they handed me version 1, I wish they would have made the cards better, because now I'm in a situation where I have to spend $67 again to get the one that's a little better. You know what I mean? I think that's a crappy situation to put me in after a year, quite frankly. Anyway, how will people react and how will things change when the boyfriend finally announced that we are dating? Woo-woo is going to come out and going to tell everybody, tell the entire world that they are dating, the BF. Just saying, we'll see what's that. We'll use the Northern Animal Tarot. In case you're wondering what this deck is, this is the Northern Animal Tarot version 1. Version 1. So now I'm in a situation, should I spend $67 again to get a little bit of a better quality card? And it's only been a year. I can understand if you're making me wait like 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then boom, you know what I'm saying? But it feels like it's only been a year. I don't want to spend $67 every year to get the upgraded cards. I mean, maybe next year they're going to have thicker cards because these are mighty thin. Maybe next year they're going to have better card quality. Maybe next year they have gilded edges. It feels like they should have done all of that up front, to me. Anyway, I mean, back me up here. Back me up. Let me know if I'm out on a limb here by myself. I don't know. Anyway, all right, woo-woo is going to come out, going to say, hey, let's see how these things are going. Renee, thank you for your double donation. Look at you up here. All right. Let's see. Man, you know, there's one particular person that's upset with all this, I got to say now. One particular person that's upset, woo-woo. Why are they upset? I think this is interesting. It's like there's a little bit of controversy with this. I'm not saying with you, woo-woo. I'm saying there's a little bit of controversy in this, a little bit of controversy with this. The Five of Swords is the Lord of Defeat. It feels like something's wrong. It feels like that somebody is a little bit upset with this. Then we have the Death and the High Priestess. This is interesting combo here for sure. Leslie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. But yeah, Death into the High Priestess. It feels like this was kept a secret too long, or this was needed to be a secret, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like this needed to be a secret for some reason. Anyway, just kind of where it feels or how it feels, in my particular opinion. But yeah, it's sort of just an intuitive thing, sort of reading through the cards. Why is the Death next to the High Priestess? Information coming out. It's like a change needed to happen for this information to coming out, because it feels like there's a lot of things happening, a lot of things that people want to know about it. And there's one particular person that is upset about it. I don't know why. I'm just saying, I don't know why. R. Isaacs, thank you for joining the stream. Sapphire G, what's going on? Dakona, what's going on? But yeah, it does feel like there's one particular person that is upset about it. I mean, just saying, how will people react? I think most people will be like, cool, there you go. Kind of be normal with it. You got one person that's upset about it. And then you have kind of maybe somebody that's like, why did this take so long? Or what's going on? Or how long has this been going on? If there's an air of mystery about the entire thing, maybe on purpose, maybe there's a good reason there was an air of mystery. Maybe indeed. Yeah. I mean, the first edition of Space Tales is just a bit different, not that different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, well, I'm preaching this. I'm just saying, I'm preaching this, and I kind of did the same thing. I kind of did the same thing with the Waterfall Tarot. I gotta say, I kind of did the same thing with the Waterfall Tarot, but all I did with the Waterfall Tarot is I made it a bit thicker. I mean, the quality of the Waterfall Tarot version 1 is still good. And in fact, I prefer the version 1 when I do my readings, because it's thinner, but it's a good quality card, a very sturdy card. And I like the shuffling of the version 1 better than the version 2. But the version 2 super duper quality. The reason that version 2 is thicker was because the sturdy thin card they had was out of stock because of inflation. So it was out of stock. And so I had to go with this one. So that's why it's different. If it wasn't like that, we would have the thin card stock again. But, that's the way it goes. Anyway, but no, I mean, they made it more vibrant and all of this other stuff. Anyway, all right, Renee, how does AD feel about me? Better than BC, if you know what I'm saying. It's better than BC. AD is better than BC, I guess. AD is going to be a little more current. A little more current is what I'm saying. All right, let's go through here. And, in my mailbox, right now in my mailbox, I kid you not, is the version 2 of this, which is not damaged. It's the version 2 of this deck, which is not damaged. In case you're wondering what this is the Ciro Marchetti deck. Speaking of thin, this is the Ciro Marchetti deck. Speaking of a little thin, this is the Ciro Marchetti deck that was damaged, and now we have a new one. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm glad that they sent me one that's not damaged. So I'm very happy now. I'm very happy indeed. But pretty easy to tell. Pretty easy to tell when this one's reversed. I got to say that. Prestiged indie deck. Yeah. And the next thing I wanted to do is get a hardbound box. But to get a hardbound box, you have to buy 500 copies. I bought 200 copies, and I'm still sitting on stock. I'm still sitting on stock with 200 copies. There's no way I would buy 500 copies. I'm saying it now. I don't know. Nexus, oh my God, Nexus is here. What's going on? Diane has joined us as well, and Joe is back. What is going on, everybody? It is good to see y'all. All right, how does AD feel about me? The 2 of Pentacles seems to be in every reading. Sure, we can do that. Got a little bit of an ace action going on here. And a 3 of Pentacles. What's going on with the 2 and 3 of Pentacles? This is kind of weird. We had a 2 and 3 of Pentacles twice in 2 different readings. What is going on? Oh man. And the other one, what was the other one? The other one was other one was RR with how does this person feel about me? This is kind of weird. Well, wait. Was that RR? Was that RR? RR asked, message retracted. Oh. I guess I could go back and look. A new Aries guy feeling. So RR asked, new Aries guy feelings for me, right? We got the 2 and the 3 of Pentacles. Now, Renee asked, how does AD feel about me? We got the 2 and the 3 of Pentacles. What the hell's going on over here? Something's going on. This is kind of wild and weird and unusual to say the least. Okay, but we're going to read this as is. AD has some things that they need to express. AD has a lot of opinions on this particular connection, Renee. I'm telling you, there's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of things going on with this particular connection. I think it's half decent. I like the ace. I like sort of the eyes within the ace as well. Sort of moving in, getting some opportunities, getting a little bit of that action going on through there. But that's sort of separating the 2 and 3 of Pentacles. In other words, decisions need to be made, but we're willing to go forward. We're willing to do those decisions. But there's a lot of thought, almost like too much thought put into this connection and into this sort of the vibe between AD and you, right? So we have too much thought, too many things happening here almost. So it does feel kind of awkward. The 3 does say, and I especially do like the fact that we can get some action from this 3. The 3 does say that there's a lot of possibilities here that are unrealized, some things that just haven't been pursued, some things that just need to be sort of checked out or examined or looked at, or, you know what I'm saying, or something going on with that. Definitely things that need to be pursued, but there's a lot of things that are under the table or under the covers, and they need to come out and into the open and whatnot, be discussed and be taken action on and whatnot, because it seems like there's a lot of things being built up, pent up, that aren't being expressed within this connection. Absolutely, especially sort of trying to get the fire going here, or trying to get some things happening here. So yeah, I think a good talk, a good hashing out of things, a good sort of coming together and giving it a good throwdown, I think would be interesting, and I think that would get us where we need to be on that for sure. Veronica, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Christina backed it indeed. Nikona, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, Christina backed the Northern Animal V2. That's looking better than mine. Well, that's good. I know, Christina, you were excited about the Northern Animal V1. So the fact that they did improve the card stock, or they did improve the coloring on it, makes it pretty cool. I think you're going to get the better option there, which is kind of annoying, because I spent the money initially, and if you're gonna Linda, thank you for joining the stream. What's going on? I'm just saying, if you're going to release a deck of cards, you got to get it right the first time. If that means that you're 3 months late, so be it. If that means you need to go back and color correct stuff, so be it. If that means it's going to run a little late or whatever needs to happen, you need to make that happen and make it right the first time. Make it right the first time, so you don't have people complaining like me. You don't have people saying, hey, it seems like me, the initial backer of it, it seems like that I kind of put up the money and I got a subpar product once you went back and color corrected stuff. It's like you needed to go into Photoshop initially and color correct it, in my opinion. In my opinion, when you release something, it needs to be tight. It needs to be dead on. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to do that, right? If you need to put 3 more months on the Kickstarter, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. How does the next 2 months evolve with AD and I? Seeing what's there. I mean, there are some, again, unrealized things here. Maybe those will get expanded. Maybe those will look good. Maybe those will get some excited about that. Temperance and the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. Ooh, very rarely do you see this. You really rarely see this, is what I'm saying, right? You got the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. It's sort of the new home feel. It just happens with this, right? Four of Wands is the new home. It is coming together, building a structure, building a home, and getting it out there ready to go. Ten of Cups is the new family members being at home, the new family members being out there, right? So you do have a double new home kind of thing. So you're looking at the next 2 months. It's almost like we're living together, or it's almost like that we have a new home being built, or we have a structured relationship being built as well. So I think this is interesting. But I do love the new home being there twice. That is interesting. Have I ever seen this before? I mean, I know the chances of getting two cards together is pretty slim. I mean, 78 anyway. But what is it? 78 times 78? Yeah. Anyway. But yeah. But these two being together, it feels like there's a new home happening, or we're coming together. We're seeing each other more, seeing each other maybe a lot. We're building a new home together. Maybe we're moving in. Maybe we're talking about moving in and whatnot. And the Temperance, right? Things work out. Things balance together. Things calm down. Things move past it, and, you know, we're ready to sort of do something in that next zone, in the next realm, and I like it. I like it a lot. Renee, it's looking pretty good. I got to say, looking pretty good with that. That's what I'm saying. All right. Are you still talking about it? I mean, Nakona. I mean, I cashed out about $68 or something, and now it looks a little bit better than it did before. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, what's coming for me in love? In the next month, I am a Capricorn. Let's find out. Let's go into there. That, you know, those two cards do go together nicely. I like it. I like it a lot. Speaking of stuff I like a lot, I like this one quite a bit. This one, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Forest Creatures, I like this one quite a bit. 78 times 77 times 76 with two cards would be 78 times. There should be 78 times. 78 times 77. You're correct. 78 times 77. Yeah, there you go. All right. Anyway, what is that? What is that? I gotta take a break. Tonight's geek night. I'm going full geek tonight. All right. 78 times 77, 6,006 to 1. All right. 6,006 to 1. You know what I mean? So maybe 6,006 to 1. So I've done way over 6,000 readings. I've done about 20,000 readings. I'm kind of surprised. You know, I don't remember all 20,000 readings. That's the thing, right? I don't remember all 20,000 readings. So maybe it's come up. Maybe it's come up a lot. And I just don't remember it. If anybody else remembers the Ten of Cups combo and the Four of Wands, that's quite notable. That's one of those things where I noticed it. You know what I mean? I noticed it indeed. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what is happening. All right. Something from Chick-fil-A. No, I'm good. Thank you. Let's see. I'll eat a yogurt. Yeah, I'll eat a yogurt. There you go. I'll eat a yogurt and graham crackers. I like graham crackers. All right, graham crackers. Okay. All right. Anyway, what's coming for me in love in the next month? I am a Capricorn. Temperance is back. I guess we got Temperance in 2 readings now. It looks like we're going to have, one of those nights. We got an 8 of Wands and a Page of Wands. All right. You gotta go somewhere. You have to go somewhere to find somebody. Okay. Leslie, I'm the kind of guy that's fat and likes to take risks. I like to take risks. When I say that, I like to go out on a limb, as I say. Now, that's worked out for me in the past. I got Sarah coming back in saying that I nailed everything about her reading. I got this other person coming in saying that I got nailed their crypto reading and they made money off crypto. I guess somebody else came back and said he won $500 off one of my readings. And somebody else had won $2,000 off one of my readings. So occasionally it works out. But of course, entertainment purposes only. Never date anybody based on a fat man reading cards on the internet. Life is too short. What's going on? All right. Now that we said that, I'm going to go out on a limb again. I'm going to say, Leslie, that you end up going somewhere to meet somebody. It's like either we find this person online, or we need to go over here and get somebody, or we need to go over here and find somebody. Or you could be picking somebody up. It's like I'm traveling a distance And in the distance, I find somebody or encounter something. This could be something as freaking awkward as like going on a trip, and then all of a sudden you meet somebody on the trip, and you like have this long distance relationship with them. It could be something where you have a date and you drive like a long way, maybe to get onto the date or something. But anyway, I'm just saying you travel somewhere, right? I'm just saying the Eight of Wands, the movement card, traveling with this. This is one of the few eight. Well, I say few. I mean, every witch is. You know, every witch's tarot has a witch riding a broom for the Eight of Wands. I mean, we're done with this, right? Can we relax with that already? But the Eight of Wands does have somebody in it. And that means we're moving as a person instead of having just a movement card. Basically, you're getting moved forward somewhere as there. It's almost like you're not expecting anything. You're not expecting anything to happen in that realm or in that movement. I think things do happen. I think you do meet somebody interesting. I think there's some things happening in that. I think that is pretty powerful and it's pretty notable. Now, is this something that lasts forever? No, I don't think it is. I hope not long distance. Well, I mean, you drove over there. It's not really long distance if you can drive over there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're going to have a relationship across the street with the guy across the street or anything. I'm just saying that you drove over someplace. So you can drive over there again. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but Justice card says that this is something that needs to happen. It's something that's been pending. It's something that you feel is coming. It's sort of pending. You're kind of like, you know, it's about time this happened, right? It's about time this happened is what I'm saying. So it's kind of a weird read. And again, I'm going out on a limb, but Leslie, that's what we do on the Tarot Oracle show, right? But yeah, the Temperance says there's a lot of good things within this. I like it overall. And hey, overall, I think it looks pretty decent for you. I think it looks pretty decent for you indeed. But, you know, you got to take risks sometimes when you read tarot. If I didn't take risks, I think a lot of people wouldn't even tune in. I mean, there's a lot of people that just be like, you know, it's kind of really generic, Mr. Fat Man. I mean, you know, the reading you just gave me is kind of really generic. So, you know, I don't think I'll be coming back. I think I'm going to go watch somebody else. Yeah. There's too many tarot people for me to watch this random fat man that has all the funny sound effects and all the weird things and all the graphics that are all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Too many other options out there on Mr. YouTube. So I'm going to go elsewhere. I'm going to find somebody that burns a candle and that does the cleansing and all the proper things. Because T.O. ain't doing none of that. Ain't nobody got time for all of that on the T.O. show. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody got time for all of that on the T.O. show. But there you go. All right. A general reading. Speaking of going out on a limb, let's just do that. Oh, Diane, I didn't know you worked 3 jobs. Jesus. 1 part-time, 1 full-time, and 1 7 hours a quarter. Diane's working them. Diane's burning the midnight oil over there. All right. General reading, Ace of Coins, World, Knight of Cups. Money coming your way first off. I think we got that. Money coming your way first off. Oh, this is interesting. Two sources of money coming your way is what I think. Veronica, 2 sources of money coming your way. Now, I wouldn't retire anytime soon with this. But what I'm saying is a little bit of money. Can we get a little bit of money coming your way? There's 2 different sources, it feels like, right? Things moving along, things are sort of progressing, things it's almost like one of those you're waiting for, right? Nakona, thanks for your other donation. One of these you're waiting for. Maybe it's something that's taken a long time to get here. Maybe it's something that you're like, you know, this has been like a year. I've been sitting here for this, but it's like a thing or an object or some idea comes to fruition. And you're like, okay, well, that's cool. I've been kind of waiting on that. You know what I'm saying? Lachey, thank you for your donation. But the Ace of Coins, I think it's coming in. The reason I say that is because the Ace of Coins sort of pointing over and looking at the world. It's like this has been happening. This has been something that's tempting. This has been something that is out there. And again, 2 sources coming in there, right? Okay, I'm not saying it's a money trick. I'm not saying it's 1s to 100. In case you haven't seen the money trick, is Life Too Short still here? Life is Too Short. Are you still here? Because we're going to do the money trick. We have a new money trick, by the way. We have a new money trick. And if you're new here, I mean, there's some people that are new. Some people that are new. Leslie, have you seen the money trick yet? I mean, Leslie, have you seen it? Leslie, basically, when people win money, sometimes, right? You basically want to turn ones into something that's not going to be ones. Is what I'm saying, and that's what you need in life. In order to do that, you need a good source of you need a good source of income. You need a good source of money making. I think that actually happens when you have multiple hundreds, right? Ain't nobody got time for ones, is what I'm saying. Ain't nobody got time for ones. You need hundreds, right? And I think this is kind of what's happening here. It's kind of what's happening here. We have opportunities. We have opportunities that just weren't there before. Something that we've been waiting for come to fruition. I think that's going to be pretty powerful and good for Veronica. So there you go. A little bit of money coming in. Knight of Cups does say that some of this needs to be followed up on, right? We need to follow up on this. So the source could now come to fruition, but it needs to be followed up on. You need to pursue it, right? In order to get the maximum output from it, basically, Veronica. That's what I'm saying. Need to pursue it in order to get the maximum output from it. I think that's going to be where it's at. Anyway, all right, Nikona. How will the crypto do in the next couple? Okay, all right. Well, Nikona's got a couple of reads over here. Nikona, work career. A little bit of the work career for the next 6 months. By the way, let's go to the Tarot Tower. Linda, thank you for your donation. The Tarot Tower is where all the stuff happens. This is where we have 80 decks of cards over here, and this. I'm just saying, this is exclusive to the channel. Is what I'm saying. It's exclusive to the channel. Nikona wants to know work career for the next 6 months. We're going to give Nikona work career for the next 6 months and see what kind of things can happen, or what kind of things can be pulled out of that. Everybody likes the money trick. You see, I'm so saying, everybody likes the money trick. Now, just a side note, if you're watching and you're like, wow, he must be rich, he has all these hundreds. They're fake. They're fake. Let's see, it says copy. It says copy. These look good, though. These look really good. Anyway, I got these off Amazon. You can search for $100 bills. So I got them off Amazon. They were $7.50 for, and I bought, you can get like I think you can get 100 of them. You get 100 of hundreds for $7.50. And what I wanted to do hundreds on my money trick, but I didn't want to spend $600, which is required to make the gimmick. Anyway, all right, let's see what's going on. Tay Marie Lifestyle, thank you for your donation. Okay, work career, 6 months. Let's do it. 5 of Wands, more competition than what you're expecting. Absolutely, in that Page of Swords and the Knight of Wands. I would be sort of cautious about where you go in the next 6 months. I think after 4 months, not so much. After 4 months, you can relax a little bit. That's what I'm saying, right? After 4 months, you can relax a little bit. But it's almost like leading up to that point, into that 4-month realm, or sneaking up into that 4-month spot. It feels like that there's a little too much competition, or a little too much going on. Things are moving a little too quickly sometimes, as far as career goes, work goes, trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to catch up with everybody else. It feels kind of challenging in 4 months. After that, not so much. I wouldn't be too worried about that. 5 of Wands is a competition card, especially in a work career reading with that. Page of Swords says that there are some better things out there as far as ideas. Now, what I'm talking about is innovation. Nikona, I think you have opportunities for innovation that are going to hit you pretty soon. I mean, like the next few weeks, opportunities for innovation, ideas, some things happening. It's almost like things need to be worked out. You see things that don't work. You see things that are having a problem, and you're like, why the hell doesn't somebody do this over here? You know what I mean? Why doesn't somebody do this over here? Like, why doesn't somebody create a tarot tower? Why doesn't somebody create a tarot tower, right? Because I'm over here, I'm like, I got 80 decks of cards. They're piling up on my desk. What am I supposed to do? You innovate. You make a tarot tower. And I think that's where you're at. I think that is where you're at, especially in the next few weeks. Write these things down. Of course, you're not going to be able to hash out all these ideas in like the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but start writing stuff down when it comes to you, because I think there's some good stuff out there. Good stuff is going to hit you, and this innovation is really going to be cool once you start working through it, once you start presenting it to people, right? They're going to be excited about it and all this other stuff. So Nakona, I'm just saying, innovation is your key. Innovation is where it's at, and a competition may be out there, but if you innovate more than the next person, then hey, it's going to go much better, right? HK, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Nakona has another one. How will my crypto do in the next couple of months? Well, it just crashed. It just crashed. So I guess good news, bad news. If you bought right now, it's pretty good news. It just crashed by like 20% or something like that. I saw in the news. But yeah, now let's see how it's going to do in the next couple of months. Obviously, HK, thank you for your donation. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never invest in crypto based upon a random dude on YouTube reading cards, right? Especially one that has a money trick, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, he can't afford the $500, so he has fake hundreds. Anybody that does that, you really don't want their advice on crypto, is what I'm saying. But now that that's said, let's go ahead and see what the tarot says. You know, Edgar, what's going on? Edgar, I guess it's good that you're alone. I don't know, Edgar, what's going on? Anyway, welcome to the stream. How you doing? You know, Edgar, while you're here, hit that like and sub button. Hit that like and sub button. You may be alone, but we're here right with you. Edgar. Look at that. Like and sub button. I'm talking tarot news. Edgar, this is the only place for tarot news, only place in the world with the tarot tower on the stream. I'm just saying. And I invented this, Edgar. And we got the news, and we got lessons. We got lessons on thought. We got lessons on everything. 1,500 freaking videos. We do a tarot stream every single night, Edgar. We're here hour and a half every single night. Dedicated. I'm dedicated, Edgar. If you like that, if you like being in the company of all of us, if you like hanging out with our new friends that you've just made being on the stream, hit that like and sub button. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, how's it going to do? Lovers, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. All right, going out on a limb for crypto, entertainment purposes only, all right? I would say that the best time to sort of really pick it up and run with it, as far as crypto, is going to be in about 6 months. Is what I'm saying. 6 months is going to be this pentacle time to where you're like, oh, crypto. Until then, it's up, it's down. It's just like everything. It's just like the stock market. It's up, it's down. It's all over the place. It doesn't seem to be any rational thing. Basically, you want to hang on to it for now, right? You want to hang on to it because crypto is going to be good. 6 months from now, it seems a little bit different. But if you're going to be, you know, if you're patient enough, you can wait into May, I think it's going to be all right. It is going to be okay. Again, entertainment purposes only. Next couple of months, I wouldn't worry about next couple of months. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, just sort of hang on. Hang on to it. You know, I had a house once. I bought the house for $170K, and right now it's worth $420K. But you know what? I did not keep that house. I sold it at a loss because I'm an idiot. Anyway, you know, sometimes that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. Aventica, thank you for, yes, you can get a reading. Thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. Let me know what your question is, Aventica. I appreciate that. Lachey, in the meantime, knows what I'm talking about. Lachey's already subscribed. I saw it. Lachey's already subscribed. How does my ex feel about me? I kind of miss her. Just saying, I kind of miss her, but also not sure if I want to go back and if we should talk soon. I mean, how does the ex feel? You know, that's one of those magical points. You get a little X action, right? You already know them. They're safe. Can you get a little X action up in here? If I was going to get some X action, I'm going to be honest with you. I would go for this one. I would go for this one. A little Thoth derivative. Can we do that? Is it too early in the night to do a Thoth derivative? Is what I'm saying? Aventica, yeah, I got you. Let me know what your question is. Valentina, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, Aventica, I got your question. Tree, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, a little bit of a Thoth derivative. We can do that. I don't think it's illegal quite yet. It's not illegal yet. Give it some time, then maybe not. Tree, thank you for your sub. I greatly appreciate that. I mean, you know, Tree knows. Tree wants all the good stuff. Tree wants all the good tarot stuff. I assume you like tarot. That's why you're here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. We could do that. We can do the universe. Sure. We can do art. We can do root of fire and peace. This is something that they've gone back and forth about contacting you. I mean, I'm just saying, they've gone back and forth about contacting you. Now, okay. All right. Now, my Scorpio My Scorpio is not an X kind of Scorpio. My Scorpio, once they write you off, I think my Scorpio is going to write you off for good. You know what I'm saying? Because they've said it many times. There are some Scorpios out there that once you get that scorpion tail out there and they start stinging you with it, you're gone. You're done. You're finished, right? I don't think your Scorpio's like that. I'm just saying, I don't think your Scorpio is like that. I think the world into art. It says they really, Valentina, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. I think that they have a little bit of an open door. They have a little bit of an open door as it goes. Universe and art. It says they hoped for more, but they didn't get it. Right? They had this thing that where they hoped for more, but they didn't get it. I like peace being at the end of the reading. It says they've come to terms with it. They've got a peaceful thing with it. It's not something that they still upset about. The scorpion tail is not out anymore. Is what I'm saying, right? Root of Fire said, I think that they still kind of like you. They still kind of like you. I think that you will. If you're going to talk soon, you're going to have to do it. I mean, I don't think getting a sometimes if the Scorpio's hurt and got the tail out, I don't think they're going to be contacting you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think there's a situation where you may have to contact them. But you just may have to contact them and open that door and open that opportunity with there, is what I'm saying. But it looks decent. I think they've come to terms with it. Peace. We have a lot of good cards at the front as well. I think things have gone pretty well. And they kind of understand what the dealio is. And I think they'd be willing to talk again, quite frankly. But you're going to have to make the contact for sure. Linda, general for the long weekend coming up. That's what I'm talking about, Linda. Linda, just take a couple extra days. Linda, will you like just screw this? I'm taking a couple extra days. You know what I'm saying? All right. We got a long weekend. We need a long weekend deck is what I'm saying. We need a long weekend deck because we got a party going on at Linda's house. I mean, Linda may invite all of us over. Linda may invite all of us over and just say, hey, I got the balloons. You know what I mean? We got the beers, we got the balloons, and this is party time. This is it. Linda took a couple extra days. Mina, welcome. Good to see you. All right. Way too defensive. You know, sometimes, hashtag not all Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag not all Scorpios. But when the tail comes out, you better watch your ass. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Universal, Celtic, or Celtic Tarot depends on how you do it. Let's go over to Linda's house. Let's all break out some beers. Let's have a party. Let's smoke some weed. No, we have some beers. We have some beers and go over to Linda's house and have a party. All right, let's see. General for the long weekend. We took some days. 7 of Pentacles, High Priestess, Wheel, the 3 of Swords. It ends too soon. It does. It does end too soon. It's one of those. We got a couple of majors in the middle, though. It feels like this is a good long weekend, but you need recovery time, is what you say. You need recovery time. This is one of those weekends where you're going to have to do that. Now, I wouldn't overexert ourselves by just going out, just going here, going there, making a lot of motion, making a lot of commotion, overpacking the weekend. I think this is something we got to separate it out. Sleeping in is mandatory. As with all long weekends, sleeping in is mandatory, right? 7 of Pentacles. You gotta keep that energy up for the rest of the weekend. 7 of Pentacles. We got to invest in our future and do all that stuff as well. I think it's time to shop too, is what I'm saying. I think it's time for a little bit of shopping as well. High Priestess says, get a new book is what you need. Get a new book. I think that is Delta 8. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's right. I haven't, anyway, get a new book. High Priestess is about picking up information. I think it is time to pick up some new information. I think, Linda, you've always been curious about something, whether it be astrology or runes, maybe tea leaves, reading a freaking crystal ball. You've been curious about something. You have, and it's been bothering you, and then you forget about it. This is the weekend to buy that book and just sit down and start reading that thing. Because I think learning a new skill, learning something new, finding something cool and interesting is really just going to bring your weekend to a point, right? Going to bring your weekend to a beautiful point. Valentina, how's the Q? The Q's quite nice. The Q's quite nice indeed. We're here. We just got a couple. We got 2 on PayPal's to go and looking pretty good. Anyway, but yeah, pick up a new book. I mean, this is time for you to watch some videos, watch a book, find a new skill, and definitely do that. I think this is something to get excited about in the long weekend. Wheel, relax, sleep in, get all of that other stuff. 3 of Swords. Don't make any big plans this weekend, right? Don't make any big plans this weekend. That's the key point here, Linda. Don't stretch yourself out. Don't stretch yourself out too much. Be making plans. This is not a weekend to make the big plans. You know what I mean? Not a weekend to make some big plans is what I'm saying. I'm just, the tarot says it. The tarot says it. All right, let's hop over to Avantika. Let's hop over to Avantika's question. Avantika wants to know something, and they donated over PayPal. What's the current feelings and intentions of Abhishek for me? Does he really want to work things, or is he cheating on me? Ain't nobody got time for a cheater is what I'm saying.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
Ain't nobody got time for a cheater. I mean, if we have a potential cheater coming on over here, we need to use the deck that is going to reveal all the modern love tarot is what I'm saying. Linda, you're spot on. Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see. So Valentina is not too bad. Delta 8. I mean, Delta 8 is up in the air up here in Texas. Some days it's legal. Some days it's not so legal. I don't know. Some days they're all, it is the Bible Belt. You never know what you're going to get in the Bible Belt. But anyway, let's see what is going on. All right. What are the current feelings? I'm saying it's really are they cheating? Ain't nobody got time for a cheater. Okay. Are they cheating? Oh man, I got a 5 of Pentacles, got a Hierophant, got an 8 of Swords, got a 4 of Swords. All right. I think the connection with Abhishek is kind of challenging. And you knew this. This isn't something that I'm telling you and you're like, oh, that's fascinating information. What I'm saying is what I'm saying is this is a very challenged relationship in a lot of ways. Right? This is kind of challenged in many ways. 8 of Swords is it's almost like we can't make progress the way that we want to. We can't get things going, can't get things moving the way that we need them to in this particular connection, right? In this particular connection, it feels like we're making no progress at all sometimes. 5 of Pentacles says it seems like we're just walking in the cold together. We don't have a lot of opportunities to talk. We don't have a lot of opportunities to get together with this and sort of figure out how things are going, or things making the grade or whatnot. 4 of Swords, it feels like somebody's pushing back dates. Somebody's pushing back dates. They're not making dates. They're trying to delay things, right? The 4 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, not only do you have a delay, but you have restrictions as well. It feels like Avantika. It feels like we can't get where we need to be in this relationship a lot of times. Hierophant says it works itself out a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know. If you're going to get back with this person, I wouldn't do it now. I would wait. I wouldn't try it now. I think it's going to be an epic failure if you try it now, quite frankly. Right? Because you do have the restrictions. You do have the delay. 5 Pentacles, we're walking in the cold together. Hierophant says, give it a delay, give it a wait. I think that's going to be something that makes the grade for you. Current feelings and intentions, I would wait. I wouldn't pursue this. I'd give it some time. Avantika, I'd give it some time and space, right? And then see what happens after that. Because right now it looks pretty brutal. It looks a little brutal in there. A lot of challenge cards, holding back cards, a lot of communication that's not happening that needs to happen is what I'm saying. And sometimes that's kind of rough. Anyway, Tay Marie Lifestyle, thank you so much for your donation. Why is my friend Micah not responding to my texts and calls? What's going on with my friend? Are they busy? Do they not like me anymore? If I'm a friend and I don't like you anymore, I ain't going to text you anymore. I'm going to do it with the golden wheel. You know what I mean? The golden wheel. Ali. What's up, Ali? Ali, how you doing? All right. Why is Micah, just being a little bit of an avoidance at this point? What's going on with Micah? We need to find this out. I think the golden wheel is going to take us in the direction we want to go. Queen of Wheels. You got the 7 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. It looks like this person is embroiled in a little bit of drama. They have too many things going on. They're too emotional about some things too. It's almost like that they're a little too emotional for things to be productive right now, or too emotional for some connection, for some communication. The Queen of Cups is a great emotional card. It really says, I'm really in depth with this. I'm really down to earth with this. I'm really ready to roll with it. But that Seven of Cups, with all the different emotions floating around and all the distractions and all the things pulling me in different directions, it feels like now just is not the time at this point, right? Not the time. They're very emotional about stuff. They're very emotional. They're not very grounded at the moment, which is kind of a Seven of Cups thing, right? We're not grounded. We're kind of all over the place sometimes, but it does feel like that they don't have the stability that they need. They're kind of all over. A Queen of Wheels says they're searching for stability at this point. Now, it could be that they're all emotional about something with you. It could be that, but this is something where you're just going to have to give them a little bit of time and, sort of relax a little bit. Relax right now. Let them come back to you. Let them start texting and calling you again. It'll happen, but they just need to calm down. They just need to be a little bit less invested in stuff. Samantha, what's going on? Always good to see you. All right, what we got going on? We got next, we got HK with a couple of reads. Look at that. HK got a couple of reads. We got another PayPal donation. We'll ever see James. Where'd happen to James? Am I ever going to see James again? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? James, if you're out there, let us know. And then we got Valentina. We got Valentina coming in over here. There's a guy coming towards me in love. A good guy. There you go, Valentina. Let's find out here in a minute. For now, let's go with a newer deck. Let's go with a newer deck. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on. When will I see James again? Well, now we need to get the new decks out because this is a new deck kind of stream. We got so many freaking decks. I got endless supplies of cards. I have endless supplies of cards is what I have right now. That's what I'm saying. Endless supplies of these cards. Coming in, I got a new deck. I think I got 2 new decks in the mailbox. I haven't even picked it up yet. Anyway, when will I see James again? Missing James. When am I going to see him again? All right. Oh, man. You are going to see him again. We got that. I'm going to say seeing James again mid-January. It feels like mid-January, right? We have a lot of things happening, a lot of things going on, a lot of things moving around. We have some distractions, but we need to see James, or we need to be in that. Now, this is something where there's a blockage. It's not like James can just James doesn't live across the street. James, we have a blockage in here. It could be emotional. It could be something that came in between us. It could be something, a distance related kind of thing. But it feels like we have a barrier between us and James. If you want to know more about barriers, you can pick up the Tarot Guidance book, link in the description. It talks about card interactions. It talks about facings. We got barriers. We got all sorts of things in here. So if you want to know about barriers, there we go. You got a whole section on barriers in cards. In case you didn't know what those were, I think I'm original in that. I'm original in some of the interaction things that I sort of noticed over the years. Anyway, there's a barrier between us. Mid-January is a better opportunity. Now, I'm not saying you're going to see James immediately mid-January. I'm saying there's a better opportunity, or there's a fix to what is wrong, or there's a connection that can happen that is sort of easier to get going and easier to move forward. So overall, I like it. But yeah, looking at mid-January as far as getting this started, getting the connection again and whatnot with that. Anyway, that as far as the tarot goes. We got HK again, and then we got Valentina. We got Valentina over here, and then the queue is empty. The queue is empty. Look at that. All right. Will AP and I ever be friends again in the future? All right. Let's see. AP, we lost a little friendship maybe, lost a little connection maybe. Let's see if we're going to be friends in the future. Is this going to be a permanent separation? Is this going to be a permanent cut? Because sometimes it is kind of challenged to get some of this stuff going, right? A lot of times we just get that thing going here. All right. Will we be friends in the future? I like this connection here, quite frankly. I love this connection here. It shows us having the connection that we need. It shows us things being there, right? Samantha, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. I got your question in chat. Hey, that rhymes. The Magician says that one of you, Mina, thank you for your donation. One of you needs to break the silence, either something, or one of you need to break the barrier that's between us. It seems that we had conflict. Maybe somebody is defensive a little bit. Maybe somebody is not really ready for a connection. Maybe somebody's not really ready to be friends or whatnot. We do have a sort of a thing like that. So someone needs to break that. Someone needs to either drop the ego or get an opportunity or open a door that needs to be open for things to happen. I think that's going to be important for you to do. I think maybe you'll be the one that could possibly do that. But will you be friends? I think yes. We're going with a thumbs up on that. We have a nice, beautiful connection over here. Beautiful connection between the two fishies. I think we have a lot of good possibilities here. Without the defensiveness, things open up. We are able to be friends again. And it looks decent overall. So I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's hop over to Valentina. Samantha, thank you for your other donation. Valentina, all right, we're ending soon, by the way. We're ending soon. We're sort of, it's one of those nights where I'm just lazy. Just kind of lazy tonight. Anyway, all right. Let's go to PayPal. Valentina wants to know something. Who is coming towards me in love? Who's coming towards me in love? A good guy. Hopefully it's a good guy. Nobody got time for a bad guy in love is what I'm saying. Hopefully it's a good guy. Will it be truly loves me? Will it worth my time and energy? I've been through a lot of BS. If you've been through a lot of BS, you need to use the little Buddha tarot to cut through all of that BS is what I'm saying. We got a jumper. Ooh, the Two of Wands. Okay. All right. Maybe fire sign. Maybe something coming in from that. Maybe a little fire sign action with that. We do have a Queen of Swords and a Nine of Cups. Wasting your time is a big deal right now. Wasting your time is a big deal. And it's hard to determine who is wasting your time and who is not. Basically, I think that's going to be cleaned up here soon. I think you're sort of in that mode of you've had enough of it, right? You've had enough of it. You've had enough of people wasting your time. You've had enough of this thing going back and forth. You've had enough of this BS. I think that you have basically better connections. I'm not saying you're meeting your soulmate next week. I'm saying you have better connections, you have better possibilities, and all of a sudden it's become super clear who is wasting your time and who is not. The Two of Wands, I'm suddenly seeing things across the globe. I'm seeing things around me, dominion. I'm sort of mastering the area, sort of seeing who is there, who is not there, who is going to be a good opportunity versus who is not. Basically, you're sort of cleaning up and understanding the process better, right? A Queen of Swords, I'm able to reject things that are going to waste my time and able to sort of pick up what is going to be worthwhile for me and get into a Nine of Cups zone. Again, I'm not saying for things immediately improving and all of a sudden you get a soulmate, you know what I'm saying? But like Andrew's saying, it's a nice ending to the read. The Nine of Cups says a lot about the read. It says that now I have better connections. Now I have better opportunities. Now I can see things clearly, and now things are going to be better overall for, the opportunities that I do have or for the dating that I'm going to have, meeting people and whatnot. Basically all the BS goes away and everything is clear and much better. I think you're headed that direction. I think that's going to be fantastic for you. Anyway, Samantha put a question in chat. Let's hop over to chat over here and see what Samantha wants. Describe my first art therapy position I'll have upon graduation. Thanks. All right. We're doing some art therapy. Is that going to be something cool? Is that going to be something awesome? Art therapy is great indeed. It is therapeutic for me, I got to say. I've turned my art into cookie decorating for right now, it appears. It appears that I'm really focused on cookie decorating. I'm happy about cookie decorating, and I like it. I like it. It's sort of an expression. It's sort of a place that I'm going that I haven't been before, and I think it's kind of fun and cool. Anyway, describe my first art therapy position where I have on graduation this summer. Juliet, thank you for your donation. The Hermit, King of Wands, and the Six of Wands. I think, baby, you're basically in like maybe an internship or something like that, right? The Hermit. It feels like I'm starting out on my own. I'm starting out a beginning type of thing. I'm sort of moving into a place that's going to be better, but I'm starting out sort of in there. Overall, the Six of Wands says the position that you're in puts you in either a corporation or a company or some place that has some positions open that you're going to sort of move up the ladder quickly, right? You're sort of move up the ladder quickly because you know what you're doing. I think you have a lot of success. You have a lot of people talking about you, and you become somebody that's recommended a lot. Is what I'm saying, right? King of Wands, a lot of discussion, a lot of fire going on around this particular person, around this particular individual, and they really are, you know what I'm saying? They really are somebody that we want to see, want to visit. Overall, Six of Wands, a lot of people supporting you, a lot of people excited about what you have to offer, and a lot of people, you know, sort of talking. People talk. People are like, hey, I heard you did this or you need this. I have a recommendation for you. I think word of mouth is going to be fantastic overall. I think it's going to be really good. But it does start out kind of slow. It feels like you're kind of on your own and you kind of have to swim the waters by yourself a lot of times. Even though you may be hired in a particular thing, it feels like I'm kind of on my own for a lot of stuff, right? Anyway, also Samantha wants to know, will Alisa and I ever be friends again? And then we're going to do Mina and Juliet, and then we're going to get out of here. We're going to sneak out of here tonight and see what else is going on. We're going to take a banana and eat a shower, apparently. All right. Will Lisa and I ever be friends again? Strength, temperance, the moon. This is something that's important to Alisa, oddly. May not think so. You may not think so. But I think it is indeed important to Alisa. So I'm going to go with a thumbs up on this. I do like this. The moon says we need this connection. We really do. We need this connection. We need to understand each other. We need to sort of have that mode where we're connected. Strength is the best friends. It's the best buddies, right? Because we have all of this stuff going on. Anyway, Rose. No. Oh, Rose, I always got time for you, Rose. Rose, come on in here. Rose, I got time for you. All right. And the strength card, again, best buddies. This beautiful connection, no matter how unlikely it could be, beautiful connection with that. And this is all majors, like Andrew's pointing out. This is something that does need to happen. This is important to Alisa. And I think it's important to you to be friends again. And I think it does happen. And absolutely, we're going in there, see what is going on. Good to see you from the UK. Well, welcome. I'm from Texas. All right, Mina. New job for R and move to Florida. Good idea for the family. All right. We get a new job. We're moving. It's going to be a good idea for the family. If I'm getting a job and moving, I'm going to do it with a Curious Creatures tarot, right? A little bit of Chris Ann action here. Might as well get some Curious Creatures up in here and see what's happening. See what is going on. This is the channel with all the... We do use a lot of new decks, that is for sure. Breaking out all the new stuff. Kelly, what's going on? Thank you, Kelly, for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, do like Kelly. Hit that like and sub button. I mean, come on over here. Come on over here into this channel. See what we got to offer. We got all sorts of stuff. We got tons and tons of stuff. By the way, this weekend, my no box deck, Waterfall Tarot, no boxed deck is going to be on sale for $20. That's insane. That's insane. But yeah, no box, $20 on Etsy. The sale's going to start Saturday morning. And if you want to pick this up, you already have like a bag, or maybe you have a tarot tower. You're going to jam it in. You're like, I don't really need a box. It is going to be on sale for $20. So come get yours. Anyway, Rose, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Is a new job and moving a good idea? High Priestess, Six of Cups, and the Moon. I don't see any moving cards. I don't see any job cards. I don't see any moving cards. I see get more information first. You're walking into a door that's going to close behind you. is what I'm saying. You're walking into a door that's going to close behind you. I would get more information before we did that. Six of Cups is a family card. It is a big time family card. The moon says that we need to sort of think this out. We need to go forward and look and examine it. Before we take any action, right? So I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no, because there's different interpretations here. The moon is a traveling card. It is a moving card. We're moving from the sea onto the land, but damn, it's risky. It is completely different environment. That's something that nobody acknowledges with the moon. It's a completely different environment over here. You're not underwater anymore. You're on land. You have to find food. You're going to have predators, that wolf and that owl, that wolf and the dog. They don't look friendly. You're going to have all sorts of problems when we get to our destination. So can I say it's a movement card? Sure. Can I say, hey, we got a family, we got a movement card, we got a knowledge card? I say go for it. Sure, I can say that, but I'm not. What I'm going to say is examine and research first. The High Priestess is about gathering information first. I'm going to treat this in this reading like it's a Four of Swords, quite frankly. I'm going to treat this like it's a Four of Swords. Gather more information first, because once the door's open, you can't close it again. It feels like there's something permanent that's happening, that's changing within the realm of this, that is not going to be the same as what we're doing before. It's radically different. It is literally moving from the water into the land, and you need to be really careful about it. We need to be really careful about it, right? Anyway, this is a big deal. Anyway, we got Juliet and Rose, then we're out of here. Juliet would be positive if I leave my workplace. I don't know. That's a rough call. Anyway, entertainment purposes only, Juliet. Entertainment purposes only. Never quit your job based upon some dude on YouTube reading cards, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Juliet, you know that. Nine of Cups, that is pretty positive. Strength, pretty positive. Ace of Wands, positive. I mean, you want just a raw yes or no answer? Sure. The cards say it looks okay. You're looking for positive. And that's what we got. We got Nine of Cups. It's nothing but positive. That's a realization of a lot of emotional things coming into play. A lot of emotional things wrapping up and getting down to the wire at this point. Nine of Cups is a fantastic card for getting good emotions, getting satisfaction. Maybe you don't like the job. Maybe you need this. Maybe you need that. Maybe you're not getting these things. Strength is be patient with this too, right? So if you're leaving, as always, it's probably better to have another job first before you just leave and abandon it. Now you're on the street. You want to have another job lined up, right? Strength. This is an opportunity where you do need another connection. Strength is all about hugging that lion, getting another connection going there. And that is all about the Strength card. Ace of Wands is the new opportunity. It's pretty clean. I mean, pretty easy to read this. You got a road outward, and the road is positive. A lot of good fire signs, a lot of good fire feel in here. Overall, I'm going to say, sure. Just make sure you're in a position where you can pay the bills before you just, abandon ship. But, I mean, yeah, there you go. Anyway, last reading of the night over here. When will we do housewarming ceremony next year? All right. I mean, you want exact dates? I can do exact dates. Entertainment purposes only, but I can do exact. We're going to go to the tower and we're going to get the thought. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you need the thought. You want exact stuff? I'm going to have the thought. You want a private reading? I'm going to have the thought. By the way, if you want a private reading, I can do that. I do private readings I do about 3 or 4 a week. Anyway, private readings, $30 for 20 minutes. Email me at that email address. I'll be happy to hook you up. That's a cheap price. I haven't changed that price in like 4 years. So it's pretty decent price. I like the price. It's decent, private reading. You're like, I don't really want to put that crap on the stream. I got something a little personal, maybe I need a couple of minutes with T.O. There you go. When will we do housewarming ceremony next year? Okay, Empress, do a little bit of the 3 action, the creation action. And the Empress is good. Empress is about housewarming. It's about welcoming people in and getting people excited, right? And welcoming all of this stuff in. We have all majors, so I think this is going to be a big deal for you. We do have a little bit of a Justice card. You need to time it correctly. Quite frankly, you need to time this kind of correctly. And also we have, the Aeon. I'm going to go, all right. I'm going to go with it's screaming in my ear, but you have I'm just going to go with mid-April. I'm going to go with mid-April. That's what I'm saying. Mid-April seems like it. Mid-April seems around mid-April. Definitely not January, February, but around mid-April, it really feels like that. And that is it for me. That is it. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you tomorrow.